Fat Rich would be here, and we wouldn't want to influence him.
I know.
IOD. I'm a Cub fan. Yes, you are too.
Hey, looking to do some late-night shopping? Well, grab the posse and head on down to the Arsenio Mall. It's the all-new Arsenio Mall, located directly opposite Johnny and Ed's old hat shop and right next to Dave's Stupid Pet Store. The Arsenio Mall has 50 funky stores that'll make you feel just like Arsenio himself. Visit Chunky A's Hot Bun Shop, where you'll be fitted with a customized big butt just like Arsenio. Then it's up the escalator to the Party Time Dental Clinic for your very own plastic smile with extra long gums, just like Arsenio. Yes, there's plenty to do. Have your picture taken with Arsenio's good friend, Eddie Murphy.
Get the heck out of here.
Grab some oversized finger food at Arsenio's own restaurant, Flash in the Pan. Or just be a guest on one of our couches. They're so comfortable, your butt will feel like it's been kissed by Arsenio himself. So if you're shopping for free publicity, get busy and head on down to the Arsenio.
Maybe you could have old Dick Butkus on his show. Get out of here with that crap. 10:07 at WIOD, and I don't understand it. Is it me? Am I going deaf? The speakers in here seem so low today. Is it just me? Man, are they low. How about if we cranked it up like that? Nothing. Well, that's a little bit better. I must be going through change of life, huh? Pompano Beach. Welcome to 610 WIOD, your news, weather, and draft station.
Grandfather Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Doing great. So anyway, we're talking about card sharks, and you were mentioning Jim. You said Jim
Perry.
somebody, Bob somebody.
Jim Perry.
Jim Lang, Bob
No, that's the wrong show. Those are both the wrong shows.
No, it is. It's right.
No, it's not.
Bill
Jim
Cullen
Lang
was the first one.
You're
Jim
nuts.
Lang was the second.
Jim
Bob
Lang was
Cuban.
not on Card Sharks, jerkball. Jim Lang was on the dating game.
But he did Card Sharks.
Jim Perry did Card Sharks.
There you go, Perry.
Yeah.
You did it.
Gaylord Perry.
I knew if I said the wrong one, you'd get it right.
We got Jim Perry yesterday. That's not the problem. The problem is Bob.
Eubanks.
No, Bob Eubanks is on the worst show on TV, the Newlywed Game. Worse than the Love Boat.
And what the hell is it?
You are so far off, man. I'll tell you one thing. This is a good call because no matter how much I screw up on this stuff today, I can always think back to your call.
Well, thank you.
Excellent job,
I
sir.
feel wanted. You're welcome.
And in closing, let me just say to you.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice life.
Bye.
We're not going to do that again today, are we? Let's get the book out. Well, let's face it. Boy, the way it is hot in here. Man, is it warm. Oh, you're even warm, too? Okay, if George nods. Well, when I came in, it was freezing. It was absolutely frigid. Man, it was just like Elaine Etor on a bad day. How's Elaine's nose coming, by the way? I understand they got her nose in a freezer. Now it's a little bit better. Okay, let's get back to business here. How about those Cubs? Kicked some ass. How about the Mets? What the hell is going on with them? They're unconscious. They're, 6-2? And Hojo hit a home run in the upper deck. Boy, I bet Chuck Meyer's not going to be talking baseball for a long time now. They had their big chance last night. The Mets killer, Zane Smith, started for the Pirates, and they got their ass beat. 6-run ninth inning for the Mets, and they just cleaned their clock. Greg Maddux pitched another good game for the Cubs. And Gary Scott continues being a miracle worker at third base over there, and we're just doing it. And Mitch Williams comes in, gives up that tremendous home run to the Hawk, and that was the difference in the ballgame. Thanks a lot, Mitch. You're doing it. Good boy. Anyway, 10 past 10 on 610 WIOD. If the Knots Landing lady or anybody else interested in that wonderful show is listening, in the, let's see, what's the date on this thing? Entertainment Weekly, Friday, April 19th, this week's, or last week's edition. This week's. Entertainment Weekly, Naughty Naughty Knots, front page story. And on the front page, you got Michelle Lee, and then there's, what's her name? Valine and Paige and Ann, whatever the hell their names are. Oh, here it is on the bottom. Michelle Phillips, Joan Van Ark, and Nicolette Sheridan, of course. And inside, Knots Landing hits episode 300 this month, a milestone for Primetime's last great soap. The secret of its success, a bewitching mixture of suburban hanky-panky and antics that set standards for TV weirdness. So how will this season end? Very strangely, it says. And it's got little blurbs in here on all the different, well, most of the major characters in the show. And then in the, it's a big article, like pages, like about 6-7 pages. And at the end of it, a Knott's Atlas, and it's got a little map, a guide to who did what where, and it's got about like 12, 13 different events, major events, and shows you on the map where they took place. So if we have any other fanatics out there, by all means, go out and pick up 10 or 20 copies, okay? It's 11 past 10 on 610 WYOD. Our question of the day is, who are the panel contestants on... Which one could we do today? Well, there's got to be one, doesn't it? How about on the pyramid? Soupy Sales was good on the pyramid. Good morning. And Soupy Sales was also on What's My Line with Arlene Francis and Bennett Cerf, right? Oh, we're not going to do that again today, because it's just, my mind is still wrenched from yesterday. My brain is just fried from all the pressure that these people... I can't even remember where I was yesterday. I do remember being at the track last night, unfortunately. All those know-it-alls up there, boy, all that, the Pavias and Kelly Shepard and Harvey Ross, all those know-it-alls up there, man, with their heavy-duty information. They're all good guys. They're just full of crap. 12 minutes after 10 at WYOD. We got all the lines lit except Broward. Look at that. 524. There's like an open strip. Hey, did we ever hear anything more about the topless car wash? What the hell is that all about? Topless car wash in Fort Lauderdale is the most screwed up place in the world. They're closing down all the girly bars and anything. You can't walk across the street with a cup of soda in your hand or anything. But it's okay to do topless anything. They got a topless donut shop. No more? What, to go out of business, or they...
The guy died.
Well, a guy died from too much excitement, no doubt, okay? Man, what kind of a boob would start a place like that anyway? Too much pressure. I'm wondering, if you get imprints on the hood of your car, can you sue for that? And what about, seriously, if they have a topless car wash, it's $20 for the car wash and a minimum $5 tip. What about these kids, these guys who are 16 and 17? In Florida, you get your regular license when? When you're 18? 17? What? 16? Okay, so you can get like a regular license when you're 16. Now, there was one kid yesterday, it could be a rumor, but he said he wanted to borrow $500 from his dad so he could go get the car wash 25 times. What the hell is that all about? Is Sheriff Nick going to have to give permission cards for minors to come and get their cars washed in Broward? Unbelievable. Anyway, it's certainly something to ponder. 1014 WYOD. The Fort Lauderdale Swap Shop is a place for you to peruse and have a great time. Just walk around for hours, checking out all the incredible merchandise, new and used, inside and out. So their whole campaign about the sports guys is in trouble, says General Manager Alan Shacklin of Channel 6, unless we can find somebody whose first initials begin with SH, as in Shapiro, who's still there. SH. Does that ring any bells with anybody in this audience? As in Shacklin, it says he could always hire himself. Real cute. Juan Carlos Kotex and David Neal combined to write this incredible article in the Herald this morning. Also, the big flap about the name of the raped woman and the Kennedy thing. And the Globe out of Boca, another one of those great tabloids that gives you everything you need to know about what everybody else is doing. Her picture and her name from the London tabloid that first published it, and they're having a big flap about that. Hey, listen, why the hell not, right? Miami, hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great so far.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
I was listening to that, the beginning of your program when you put that Arsenio Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him.
Oh, the worst.
You know something? I really liked him when he first started, but he just, there's something about him.
Oh, he's just such an arrogant asshole. I mean, he just thinks that he's the hottest thing since they invented the wheel, man. He's just so cool that he's ready to explode.
Yeah, he's getting a little out of control.
Cool and horny.
With the things that he says.
Cool and horny, and sitting on the edge of that chair like he's ready to attack anything that moves. I mean, he's just pathetic.
Yeah.
And that audience of his, give me a break.
I hate his teeth. I hate his gums.
Yeah,
I hate his hair with the lightning streaks in it.
Yeah.
It's just him. He's the only one I don't like.
However, Rick Dees is like a close second. Boy, what a lame show. How can that be on the air? That's, I think, an excellent question.
Arsenio's just getting too racy.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is.
Well, it sounds like you watch him a lot, though.
No, I don't. I just
then how do you know that? You just hear it through the rape
Well, that's why I quit watching him, and I was over at a friend's house Sunday night, Saturday night, and she had him on.
Oh, I see. You were like a captive.
Yeah, and, it seems like he makes comments against people's misfortunes, which a lot of people do. But, I mean, it seems like he gets this smile like the cat that just swallowed the canary.
Yeah. Well, he's a slimeball is what he is.
Yeah.
Nobody admits to watching him.
Well.
Nobody.
I don't anymore. Carson's real tired now. But
Oh, he's been dead for 20 years and nobody knows it. Ed keeps propping him up every night.
You need your own talk show.
Oh, boy. I got one right here. It's
I'd
enough
watch.
for me. It's enough for me. So what do you think about the Kennedy thing, about the woman?
Well, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know why a young lady would go with somebody at 4 o'clock in the morning and expect just to walk on the beach.
Exactly. Well, no, wait a minute. She didn't just go at 4 in the morning. She went earlier in the evening, and she would walk unescorted into the bar, was drinking and carousing and schmoozing around, looking to get picked up, evidently. And then, of course, the Kennedys took her over to the compound, and they were drinking in there till 4 o'clock. And what the hell did she expect? A tea party? Did they think they were going to make their strategic plans for the next election?
Sounds like a setup.
Yeah. Who knows what it is, but boy, I tell you, how old was she, 29?
I really don't know her age.
Yeah, 29. This isn't like a 15-year-old girl or something. This is a woman old enough to know better.
Yeah, well, I guess the justice system will figure that out for everybody.
Well, at least Ted didn't give her a ride home anyway.
Well.
That's something to be. Have a great day.
You too, baby.
See you.
Bye.
1021 at good old WIOD, by the way, speaking of Shamuka, this is the other part I wanted to get into. Far be it from me. I love Hank. I don't want you people to start a thing about Hank. Although I heard a guy on Rick and Suds yesterday afternoon who had a great call. It was one of the best calls I've ever heard, although it was terrible because he said Hank was a fat slob, and I took great exception to that. But Hank tonight has Tom Randalls and Teresa Rodriguez of Channel 4 News on. Didn't he just have Susan Lichtman, who, by the way, I love Susan. I got to meet her for the first time. She's great. She's just a super person and beautiful and attractive and lovely and all that stuff. But, Hank, of course, has this incestuous relationship with Channel 4 because he works there. Now, isn't there like a little problem here of credibility that Hank is going to start shilling and schmoozing with all of his coworkers from Channel 4 and promoting Channel 4 on the air and using his nighttime radio show here on 610 WIOD to promote Channel 4? Which does nothing to promote us. Do they come on and say, listen to Ranieri in the morning and Rogers in midday and Rick and Suds, and by the way, here's Fat Hank? They don't say that. No way. But I did like Susan. She's a delight. Very nice person. Tom Randalls and Teresa Rodriguez, I don't know. You'll have to tune in tonight and find out. Maybe we can even get Russell Shamuka on there, too. He's not doing much tonight. We have one open line in Dade, 751-2 in Broward. I can see. Let's do quiz shows again today, huh? Well, we're going to have a tough week in Broward because you know who is on this week. Boy, it's going to be rough. 524-9463 in Broward County. Are you unhappy with your smile? Does your face look like the end of the world? Are you tired of being embarrassed by your teeth? Well, now because of the latest advances in dental technology, Dr. Mitchell Evidon can give you a beautiful smile and as few as 2 easy appointments without any needles either. Your answer could be porcelain overlays. They're long-lasting, easily applied. They'll correct spaces, crooked, disgusting, chipped, ugly teeth, stains. They'll even whiten your teeth as much as you like. You could look just like Wink Martindale, or a little less ridiculous if you'd rather. At any rate, call to make an appointment for a no-charge evaluation to see if porcelain overlays are the thing for you. In fact, if you go ahead and have the procedure done within the next 2 weeks, you'll get 25% off the usual fee of $350, brings the total down to $262 each. That's an unbelievable offer to have complete porcelain overlays done for just $262. How come you don't have the flipper theme in here? We were talking heavy duty about that the other day, and no flipper theme. That's the show was filmed in Fort Lauderdale. Ranger Ricks would be apoplectic. Luke Halpin would have a nervous breakdown. Did we ever discover for sure was that not really Luke Halpin? Oh, thank God. Why did he say it? Was it just a put on?
We all have problems.
What do you mean?
He's a kook.
Oh, he's just a nut. Oh, okay. Because I'm telling you, after that happened that day, we did a remote at Specs downtown Miami, and just as the show got over with, a guy comes up about, I don't know, he said he was 41, and I'm telling you, it looked like he's had a rough life. I mean, just like schmutzy, and ugly and gross, and he said, I'm Luke Halpin from Flipper. And boy, oh boy, you just never want to get out of bed again. I mean, I realize life isn't fair, but God almighty, if anybody can become that ugly in 20 years or so, it's really a problem. Anyway, 10:32 at WIOD. We have an open line in Palm Beach, of course, where they think that match game is something they do over on Palm Beach at Estee Lauder's house. The arsonists. 655-9463. 655. Who the hell cares about what they're doing in the Kennedy compound? Doesn't that give you an insight as to the attitude of all those voyeurs up there in Palm Beach? It reminds me of when they had the Nude Beach on MacArthur Beach. When I worked at J&O in 1975, they still had what was called the Nude Beach. And yes, I did go there one time. And when you go there, I mean, you just go nude. But that was when I had lost 100 pounds, so I didn't feel so self-conscious, and I didn't get busted for polluting the airwaves. But anyway, they had these condos that MacArthur built, like adjacent to that beach, these big high-rise condo type places, and these old ladies would get on their chairs. I mean, it wasn't like right on top of the beach, but it was, like hundreds of yards down the beach, and they would get up on their high chair, and they would take their telescope, their Mount Palomar telescope that they just spent $50,000 for, and they would be checking out all these naked people on the nude beach, and raised a big stink and a big to-do, so needless to say, it ain't the nude beach anymore.
That's disgusting. I can't stand it. Turn around a little bit so I can see it again.
Just crazy. That's Palm Beach. There are a bunch of mental defectives up there. We all know that, but we forgive you. 10:33 on 610 WIOD. At Yamaha, advanced technology isn't a requirement. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a passion. At a Yamaha South, this area's leading Yamaha dealer, you'll find the largest selection of Yamaha motorcycles anywhere at the best prices. So if you feel like clearing your head, and blowing out a few cobwebs, they've got the remedy. A healthy dose of FZR 600R, the best performing 600cc street bike anywhere. The FZR 600R's Genesis technology is obvious in its forward-angled liquid-cooled cylinders, downdraft carbs, and free-flowing straight intakes. Just like a full-blown race bike. Yamaha has produced the fastest, most advanced race bikes because they know that every time they race, you win. They're the leaders in the motorcycle world, and they'll maintain their lead because at Yamaha, advanced technology isn't a requirement, it's a passion. They're as crazy about that as we are about the NFL draft. See the entire 1991 collection of Yamaha motorcycles at Yamaha South, 911 East Oakland Park Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. Call 565-3110. 565-3110. And when you go in there, be sure and tell them that old Neil sent you by. And Yamaha South also has on hand the complete line of 91 Wave Runners. No multi-passenger water vehicle sets the stage for power-packed performances like the new Wave Runner VXR, equipped with an oil-injected Yamaha 650, a V-hull to give it a turning edge and beautiful colors and graphics. Check it out now.
Roseanne Barbie eats all she can. Can't fit in the Malibu van.
The Roseanne Barbie doll looks and acts just like the TV pig. Just pull her strand of spaghetti.
I never get out of the house. I never go no place. I never have no fun. Ever.
And look what happens when you press her little fat belly.
Roseanne Barbie eats all she can. Can't fit in the Malibu van.
The new Roseanne Barbie doll. Cafeteria sold separately.
10:38 at WID. The reason I've got the whips out is because the whole new deal at Pompano Park, where I was again last night with Fat Friend, they keep giving me these whips. Are they trying to tell me something? No, I now have two whips. I have a big, beautiful, gorgeous one that I use on my dogs, and a little tiny broken one that Dominic Pavia gave me last night that he broke on Baby Ben, he said. And I'm going to use it on him tonight, and maybe even see him at the track, too. Anyway, I just got a fax that says, once and for all, when is that promo announcer with that horribly annoying voice going to be canned from at least your shows? Those groggy-voiced, over-modulated, inflected, too-long promos for weather and shows, simply in a word, suck. I should read that again. Simply in a word, I always turn down my radio when they're on, but why not get rid of them altogether? Enjoying the show. That's what it says. It's like you're a disgusting, grotesque, foul-mouthed douchebag. Have a nice day. That kind of thing. 20 till 11 on 610 WIOD. Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, Greg.
Yeah.
How you doing since you left Waxy?
Oh, I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Pretty good. I heard you're
How
on.
things going?
I heard you're on.
Let me ask you a question. You ever get fired? Because I've been fired all the time. I keep getting fired all the time.
Yeah, I know, and they keep paying me a hell of a lot of money to do it too.
Yeah.
Well, I just had one question for you.
What's that?
Who?
You know, not to get back into the Kennedy business.
What?
But now this big hoo-ha about they released the name of the alleged victim.
Yes, sir?
Well, you know, I think maybe that's only right because poor Patrick Kennedy Smith, if it turns out that he really wasn't doing what this young lady
Wait a minute,
said.
wait a minute. Patrick Kennedy Smith. That's
William
not the
Kennedy
guy.
Smith, excuse me.
Oh, man. Now, let me ask you a question. How can his name be... I want you to stop and think about this. He's Ted Kennedy's nephew, all right?
Mm-hmm.
How can his name be William Kennedy Smith?
Well, I don't know. Well, you know, I guess it's when you're related to him that you kind of get that in anyway.
No, seriously. How can a guy's name be William Kennedy Smith?
Well, like I said, you know, they want to make sure they get every angle out of it.
Evidently. I mean, you stop and think about that. What did you do? Marry Howard K. Smith or something? What is that all? When
Or
you
maybe, you know, the Kennedys are pretty liberal. Maybe, you know, maybe they decided to be real masculine and share their last name.
Is that it?
Kind of like, you know, I guess.
Like their first child should be a masculine child.
Right.
Right. Well, let's call in Luca Brazzi and see what he does about it.
Yeah.
Okay. He sleeps with the fishes. 1041, along with, what's her name, Mary Jo Kopechny. 1041 on 610 WIOD. We have an open line in Broward, 524, and one in Palm Beach, 655-9463. 655, we're a bunch of voyeurs up here, and we're proud of it. We're looking out the window right now to see who's being naughty and nice and who's doing what to whom, because that basically is what Palm Beach County is all about. Bunch of nosy, voyeuristic slime balls. They're kind of like the trendsetters for the whole world. Run into anybody lately who's had that little hair hanging out of the back of their head? Oh, man. The more I think about it, the more it just physically is a turnoff. Not just cosmetically, but like turns your stomach. Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, Neil.
It's almost as bad as watching Channel 10 News. Yes.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay, Russell. Is this Russell Shamuka?
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm a first-time caller.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell you that I think the thing is that you're unhappy. You know why?
I can't imagine why, sir. But I'm sure you'll probably tell me. What is it?
You keep whining stuff
Yeah?
that you don't like. You're
Not
always
me.
whining.
Sir, where did you get that gravelly voice?
Just from singing all these years.
From singing?
Yeah,
From sinking?
singing.
Oh, okay.
Singing. I used to be a singer back in vaudeville.
You used to have a finger back in vaudeville?
Singer back in vaudeville.
Well, it sounds like you're sitting on it, okay? 1042 on 610 WIOD. We have an open line in Dade, 751, one in Broward, 524, and of course, one in Palm Beach, where they're all busy looking out the window to see who Teddy is driving home now, 655-9463. Oh, here's our favorite caller.
How'd you know? Oh, did anyone see the Miracle game on Saturday?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody did.
That Greg on Continental. Greg was doing the play-by-play.
Oh, yeah.
Accompanied by Randy and Gilbert.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, he was accompanied by Randy and Gilbert. Martin and Gilbert.
Randy Martin and Gilbert were on doing a game with Greg?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gilbert called. He called it in the play in the bottom of the third inning.
Sounds like a real professional operation to me.
He was invited back.
Yeah, I'll bet.
From what I understand, he was.
Well, where was Jeff Chase while all this was going on? Wasn't he on there?
Their vase.
Wow. You're Jewish?
It's the pub Catholic.
Oh, no. As if we don't have enough problems. First, it took us years to get over Meyer Lansky, and now we got to work on you? So what's your story today? What are you so unhappy about?
I'm not.
Oh, you sound a little depressed compared to your usual calls.
No.
You going to be okay today?
Sure.
Now, what do you want?
Everything is fine.
Oh, yeah. You know him, too, I'll bet. Birds of a feather. Rub it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. We'll give you an opportunity to have another little sip of that stuff. 1044 on 610 WIOD. That's Henry Barrow Jr. on the phone from Kendall. Tavernier? Hello?
Hello?
Are you in Tavernier?
Yes.
Well, how come when I said Tavernier there was like this? We don't like have a board full of people calling from Tavernier. Didn't you assume that was probably you? Yeah.
What, a board full of people?
Yeah.
Is there like a crowd?
What, are you like related to this last broad that we just did, to the dingy lady?
Oh, of course not.
Oh, okay. What can we do for you? Ma'am, sir, or whatever?
No,
Hello?
I'm not related. I'm a friend of Neil's.
Oh, okay. What can we do for you today?
Well, I'd like to talk to Neil.
About?
About?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's an old boyfriend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I doubt it. You sound much too butch for him. 1045 at WIOD. We have 2 open lines in Dade County. 751-SWISH, 751-9463. Here's a lady mobile in Boca.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
Hi. I love your show.
Well, me too.
Good. I'm a first-time
It's a
caller.
means to an end.
Huh?
It's a means to an end.
Really? Well, I said I'm a first-time caller, so take it easy on me.
Okay. Well, listen, you got a couple of tough acts to follow, I'll tell you that.
I know. Well, I only have a few minutes because I'm late for a class, but can you play a song for me?
You mean this is your first time you ever called and you're going to make a request?
Yes. Can I do that?
Wow.
Come on, let me make a request.
Sure. Go
yes,
ahead.
okay. You know that song, you want me to sing it? Could you believe that Steve McQueen was Jewish? And Frank Sinatra, too? Could you play that for me?
Do you think Steve McQueen was Jewish, by the way?
I think he was, no.
You think he's what?
My boyfriend's in the car with me, and he's a big Neil fan.
Yeah.
So I think Frank Sinatra was Jewish.
Well, you probably have to ask Nancy Reagan. She probably knows for sure.
So could you play it for me?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
And tell your boyfriend he's a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Okay.
You're a pain in the ass.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Wow.
I've had a lot of thrills in my life. 3 kids, a gorgeous wife. Such looks. I'm thrilled about my car, Riviera, my sister Sarah, and John O'Hara's books. But the thrill of thrills that gave my heart a clout was the thrilling night when I thrillingly found out Steve McQueen is Jewish, would you believe it? He's just like you and I. Couldn't you almost die? And Cary Grant is Jewish, could you conceive it? Such a living doll in a prayer shawl. Marlon Brando's Jewish, Pat O'Brien and Richard Conte. Not to mention that lovely couple, Harry and Belafonte. Frank Sinatra's Jewish, could you believe it? Sean Connery and Lyndon Johnson, too. As a matter of fact, the whole world is Jewish since I fell in love with you, Rosie McGonigal, since I fell in love with you.
Mike Bilecki's Jewish, would you believe it? Joe Girardi, Andre Dawson, too. Doug DeCenzo's Jewish, could you conceive it? And Louis Salazar's a Jew. Ryan Sandberg's Jewish, wouldn't you know it? Jerome Walton, Harry Carey, too. As a matter of fact, all the Chicago Cubs are Jewish since I fell in love with you, Hector Villanueva. Since I fell in love with you.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be. It is. Holy cow. Dawson. Hit his first home run of the year against Mitch Williams. And the Cubs lead 5-3.
If you love fresh seafood, straightening us out, I think.
Hey, no problem.
See you later.
Bye.
Well, there you go. This is the show. You want it, you'll get it. And even if you don't want it, you'll get it. 132, 1, 2, whatever. We have an open line in the center square at 524 WIOD. Here he comes with his little puny salad from Sonny, who has the longest copy I've ever seen, by the way, but a cheapskate like that, you got to give him about a 6-minute stop to keep him happy.
That's right.
So
that's the way I like it. Back at you.
Yeah.
I think you came up with the name.
For what?
Packed attendance. For the topless car wash. Or for the topless anything. Or stacked attendance. You said it a little while ago, and I thought that would be the name.
No, I did not.
You said packed attendance.
No,
yeah.
I did not.
But
I did not.
Topless biology teacher, I beg your pardon, you did. And you said we'd have packed attendance every day, and I thought that's the name. For the people that work there. I was there this morning.
Doesn't fit. That's what I heard. You were there
Well,
this
exactly.
morning?
That's why they're packed.
You were there this morning?
You bet. Right after you talked to them.
Was it a mob scene?
No.
Nobody there?
They had one girl.
Wow.
Well, I told you, I go there, I have the guy do it. He does a tremendous
And
job.
she's got a Brillo pad. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
No, does she do a good job? How about on
and
the car?
And a sponge in each hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about on the car?
Yeah, they do a great job. He does a great job. For $10, I mean, he goes around the car. It looks as good as when Jay does it, and Jay does a great job.
What do you mean
Jay's
he
not
goes
here.
around the car?
I get the guy. I don't, you know.
Well, then what the hell did you go there for? You can go to any car wash.
No, because my car
Jay
needs
washes
to be...
your car right here.
But I'm not here on... I wasn't here Mondays.
And what's his name is here tomorrow? Old Spencer? Whatever.
Yeah, that's why I got it washed today.
Oh, brutal. You hear that, Spencer? That's Rick
I like
Riley.
Spencer a lot.
That's
but,
the guy with all the schmutzy hair on his face. That's
Yeah.
Rick Riley, Spencer. Beat him up. He's getting a little stronger, too, by the way. He's feeling
Well, he
stronger
probably
every
could.
day.
Good for him. I'm glad.
Yeah, he is stronger every day.
So we're eligible now? Suds tells me we're eligible?
For
the Big Cox plan? Were they...
Oh, I know nothing about that. I'm not an employee here.
That's right. You're your own thing.
My independent contract.
Please inform you of your eligibility at this time to enroll in the Cox Savings and Investment Plan.
I get no benefits.
They match every
Zero.
dollar you invest with 25 cents.
Yeah.
Waxy matched every dollar with $1. Well, they didn't figure people would last like more than 2 paychecks, so it looked good on paper. Well, participating.
I wouldn't start bitching about the benefits yet.
It's
The
great.
envelope hasn't even completely been unopened yet. He's already griping and bellyaching.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
Because the next golden rules that come down the pike. I love that card, by the way, and I will not
the
play
8
that
golden
one,
rules?
'cause that's,
well, thanks. That's the one, huh?
That's the only one I won't play. No, look at, you've got...
We're going
you
on a
got
little
about
bartering
20
scavenger hunt today.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah,
if
we
I
are.
play those cards for the next 5 years, I could never make up for the skullduggery that's going on.
Skullduggery?
First of all, the sound effects rack, which you seem to have no problem if I the row here.
Yeah.
This one gets played all the time. These get played just never.
Well, they're under your
ceasingly.
umbrella, and they're easy to find.
Under my umbrella, yeah. Well, stay out of my umbrella. That's what the memo said, the golden rules.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
How do you like Hank bringing on all the people from Channel 4 and abusing our airwaves? It's like a kind of a Channel 4
Tonight?
promotional thing. Tom Randalls and Teresa Rodriguez again, more Channel 4 anchors. I mean, it's, I don't want to rip Hank.
He's going to have that big round table with us on Channel 4 then, right?
Yeah, right. The only thing we ever get on Channel 4 is Bob Weaver, who's on about 3 o'clock in the morning, says, Neil raised for the Camilla's house so much, and that's about it.
Well,
nothing. We
But
don't
we're
even get
used
an
to it.
ugly look from Susan Lichtman or anything over there. And Hank is just over here shamelessly promoting Channel 4, pumping up his own little fiefdom. I love the guy who called. He was your best caller in months.
You're right.
Hank and Joe yesterday. I was on the way to the track. I almost drove off the road. He had me peeing in my pants, which when I got to the track, they kind of looked. But
somebody want to know who peed in your cornflakes.
And as a matter of fact, when I left at the track last night, I had no pants or shirt, so it didn't make any difference.
Did my money to get to Fat Rich?
Oh man, that place! I'm telling you. I wasn't going to go with. Yes, I did. Took care of that.
Thank you.
Fat Rich is such a yenta. I picked some horses last night that paid good prices, and old Porcupine had the racing secretary, who's not a bad guy for an old Canadian fart. He comes by, and, fine, talk with him for a few minutes. I gave him a tape of a big race that I taped for him. Get him the hell out of there and go on. I don't need all this help, but one thing Rich still hasn't learned, after all these months, All the so-called information we get is a bunch of crap.
No
it
good.
never comes in.
I
And
figured that
horses-
out the first day.
I've been going for 32 years, okay, so I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I picked some good, I'm a good handicapper. Lousy better, the worst, but a good handicapper. I picked a horse that paid $43. I never bet a dime on the race.
Good.
I picked another one that paid like about 36 or 37. Engineer with Viral Bowman paid almost $40. Never bet that because Mr. Porcupine Head was telling us this other horse in the 8th race was a mortal cinch with Ronnie Waples. He sleeps, I think, with Ron Waples, the racing secretary. He was nowheres, and I wound up screwing up my whole double betting. Didn't bet the 7th. And then in the 10th race, I think it was, I loved the 7 horse. Loved him. And again, we get talked into Waples. He can't lose. Ba-ba-ba. The race starts. Waples with the 2 horse goes up in the air, makes a break. Beep, beep, beep. He's jumping. He's falling down. And naturally, the 7 won. And the 7-1 perfected. Paid nice. And Rich is like, oh, well, he's going through page by page. Like there's somebody in that place who's going to tell us the winner of every race. He still can't learn. Then, just to slap me in the face, he hits the last superfecta for about like $50 and breaks even on the night while I'm plunging my brains out, just to like slap me in the face.
But did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 1:37 at WIOD. Are you over your head with credit card and hospital bills? Are you plunging your brains at the track, losing every dime you make? Are bill collectors calling you at home and work? Well, did you know you can stop them, Marvin, from calling you legally?
Having financial...
141. Rick Riley is just in here and shared with me one of the most ugly memos I've seen in a long time, but I don't want to interfere in that. Anyway, well, listen, the fact that we have incompetent people sitting in that, what do they call programming/production, whatever that office is, where they sit in there picking their nose and twanging their suspenders all day, that's not our fault, okay? There are a lot of people doing stuff and having guests on, and they're never on this sheet. I make a joke out of the sheet every day because there's nothing on it. Sheet is the word for this thing. And like there's almost never anything next to their name, and then all of a sudden I'll be driving home and they'll say, oh, we got so-and-so coming on today, and I'll wonder, how come I didn't know it so I could promote it? And the reason being because it's not on this stupid sheet. And the same like with Sports Talk. 9 out of 10 times, there's nothing on. And I can recall several times in the past few months when they've had some like big-name guests on Sports Talk, but you won't find it on the sheet, so we can't promote it. And the same with Hank tonight. Now, maybe the reason they didn't put Tom Randall's and Teresa Rodriguez on where Hank is just blank. Maybe the reason they didn't put it on there is because they're embarrassed that he's shamelessly whoring our station for Channel 4. Now, that's a good excuse, but I don't think it's valid. I think the real reason they didn't put it on there is because they're incompetent, slipshod, and they sit in there patting each other on the back. I bet you that Plastic Man winds up in programming pretty soon because he's a great back slapper. He's a knee slapper and a back slapper. Yeah. And a big ball of gas. Or whatever. Pompano. Pompano? Yes, sir. Ma'am.
Hello?
Yeah.
First time caller.
Yeah.
And close, and I like to call my brother Hearn.
Okay. Here's a lady in Delray Beach. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
I called to tell you about Gene Kennedy Smith, but somebody from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh,
beat
I
me
see.
to
I
it.
don't buy that. That is so. Speaking of plastic, it just doesn't fly with me.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
No, I'm not saying I don't believe it, but I don't buy into that. I think it's fake. Ersatz.
Well, you know, some people are kind of weird about their last names and want to carry them on.
Yeah. Well, I can understand them carrying them on, but trying to pass it on to their children, like somehow it's going to rub off by osmosis.
It's going to make him a Kennedy.
Well, obviously it worked.
And you know what happens to the Kennedys in Palm Beach?
Yeah.
Lots of trouble.
Scandal. It worked. Like I said, I think it's a good idea.
Well, anyway, Neil, I'd like to just close, and I know you don't take requests, but I just would like to say this so somebody could hear it.
Yeah.
If you could just dedicate the asshole song to Julie.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Neil. Bye-bye.
See ya. Now, what does she mean by that? Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. I'm a little slow today. It's already 1:44, and my head is swimming from all the internal news in the building about the coast and a variety of other things which we'll not elaborate on here. Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
I heard somebody a while back tell you about the motor oil for the dog.
Yes, sir.
That's burnt motor oil, used.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Get
we tried it.
serious.
We got a Basenji.
Well, let me ask you this. How about if you just took, like, unused, fresh from the can, poured it on there, and then just lit it up? That ought to
work.
do it. Yeah, no more skin problems.
Right. Well, I took him to the vet, and he gave him the cortisone shot.
Johnny Dark stealing the Snapple, by the way. He
And,
gives him a cortisone shot, and then what?
And he's great. And I've heard other people say it's not good for the dog, but hey, at least the dog lives.
Well, not just that, but I mean, he isn't scratching at all. He went from just dry. I mean,
right.
I want you to understand. Some people, overreacting. This, thank goodness, is not one of those dogs that's scratching himself raw. I mean, like you've seen some that have got no hair.
Right.
But it's annoying, and he just does it constantly and all the time, and biting and chewing and scratching and just. And since he got that shot, man, he is just as calm and happy and running around and healthy and great.
Same thing with my dog.
The only problem is, though, the vet said he's 10 pounds overweight. He is.
Yeah.
A year ago, he weighed 86 pounds. Now he weighs 96 pounds. Golden Retriever, 96. So he's on a doggy diet.
Wow.
He's on doggy system.
All right, one other thing.
Yeah.
My brother, James Terry, jockey out at Gulfstream.
Good rider, by the way.
I want to tell him to push up. Let's get a couple wins under his belt here.
Okay.
All right?
See ya.
And in closing, I want to call my buddy Mike Paul a major douchebag.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Great
Have
job.
a good day.
Jim Terry, good jockey. I won a gigantic daily double at Hialeah about 3-4 years ago, I guess. Jim Terry had the horse in the second race. I had it twice. Paid what? About the motor oil? But yeah, will you stop with the motor oil? She's selling stuff here, I think. She's peddling it. And the motor oil, too. Fort Lauderdale.
Hello, Neil. First-time caller?
Yes, sir.
Just like to say, when was your stroke?
What was it, sir?
When was your stroke?
A little over a year ago.
What month?
What month? Why, are you writing a biography? An unauthorized biography?
No, the show has been so boring since you had your stroke.
But you know something? You haven't missed it once. And judging on the way you sound, sir, I think you'd fit right into the ambiance of it. Thank you, question. It's been so boring. Yeah. Sounds to me, sir, like you're repeating what others have said, okay? Like a little automaton, as they say. Was that Greg? Well, he does sound like this, by the... Exactly. Sounded like Greg and the bridge guy together. Here's a mobile in Hialeah. Hello. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They come on at 2:05, kiddies. Come on now, try to control yourself. Keep it in your pants. Miami. Okay, let's go for 4 in a row. North Lauderdale.
Neil, I get a pig report.
A pig report?
Pig report.
At this time of the day?
I'm serious. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, can we go for 5 in a row? That's all of a sudden out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Stewart. That's 5. Let's go for 6 on 610. Let's go for 610 in a row. Here's George can't even keep up with these. Miami.
Hey.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, nuts.
I got a name for our new team.
Oh, wait a minute. There's hope yet.
Not the baseball team, our new roller derby team.
There we go.
The Miami Boulder Dash. And I'm going to put that car wash guy out of business.
Yeah.
I'm going to have one of those 10-minute oil change and lube places called Lubes and Boobs.
Yeah. Or you could just call it Lube This.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In closing.
Okay. Not bad. That's what, 7 in a row now? Okay, 148 at 610 WIOD, your hysteria station for the 90s, where we're just having a pot full of fun today. And Pompano Harness is now in its final 2 weeks of their meeting. I think that guy had a point. 152 at WIOD. Stewart. Why do you keep putting Stewart back on there? There's not going to be anybody there. Why do you do that? It says 3, doesn't it? And I punch up 3, and he's not there this time. He wasn't there last time. I think George is having like a little mental problem. Fort Lauderdale.
How you doing?
Okay.
I should just hang up and keep this going. Huh?
No, let's take a rest.
Got a recipe for you.
A recipe for what? Wait a minute, we're going on number 8 now, I think.
No. Did you ever go to the movies and have popcorn with Raisinets in it?
Popcorn with Raisinets? No.
It tastes great.
Sounds interesting.
With the chocolate and the salt and it just mixes all up and it tastes really good.
Well, you don't have to mix them up together. You can just eat them like one after the other and it'll kind of come out that way.
Yeah, but it's just convenient.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Got to hear something.
You have to hear something?
Yeah.
How about goodbye? How does that sound?
Well, I'd rather hear burp enders.
Let me tell you this. There are 3 chances you're going to hear burp enders today, okay? It's 7 minutes till 2. I got a full board of calls. Most of them are probably nuts, and you want to hear burp benders. All right, I'll tell you what, because I don't like to insult, in spite of the general rumor and all that crap. Where is it? Look at that. Boy, you talk about killing the end of the show and killing all the rest of the time. Look, if you're going to put back stolen carts, at least put them back where they belong. Did he take that one out? Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Where is it? It's gone. It's missing. Maybe it's, I put it, look at that. I'm putting their carts over in my stuff now. See what I told you? I had one slot that was missing? Okay, that's the best we can do for you. Okay, let's go to Fort Lauderdale. Hello? Miami.
Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing? It's Albert.
Okay, it's who?
Albert from Publix.
Oh, how you doing, Albert?
I haven't called you and haven't seen you since Gulfstream.
Well, isn't that exciting, Albert?
You gave me a winner, thank you.
Yeah.
And how did you do that day?
How did I do?
Yeah.
I did okay that day.
That's great. Hey,
wait a minute. Oh, man, I'm getting all this stuff confused here. I've got a slot that's missing from Rick and Suds now. Boy.
Can I ask a favor?
What?
No clean carts, no nothing.
What is it?
Okay. I'm going to wait until the end of the program, and can I speak to you? I have brought you a present from Chicago.
Can you speak to me at the end of the program?
Right.
I have to go to Mommy's today, Albert. I don't have time to sit and dawdle around here with pain-in-the-ass listeners.
Okay.
Well, what do you mean? You brought what?
I can't tell you off the phone. I got to tell you off the phone.
Why is that?
Because. I'll tell you tomorrow sometime.
Well, when are you going to tell me? All right, hold on a minute now. What line is this douchebag on? Hold on a second,
Thank
okay?
you.
All right. Well, what the hell would that be? All right, here. Okay, Albert, we're off the air. What is it? Sometime. Hurry up. I'm on the air, Albert. You're not on the air. I want you to tell me in the ear. I got to go here, Albert. Get with it. No, I don't like Nintendo. I can't stand Nintendo. I think it's the dumbest pile of crap, and if Rick and Suds ever talk about it again, I'm going to beat him over the head with a spike. Yeah. I don't like it, Albert. I don't want Nintendo. I don't want the game. I don't want the things. I don't want to hear about it. I hate it. Is that okay? And so do you. So you're trying to pawn it off on me. Have a great day, Albert. See ya. Boy, thank God we got that straightened out. Getting people. I just, after a while, gone. History.
Heard he's going to be coming over to Sports Talk.
I don't think so. He's too sports intensive for us, sir.
Yeah, well.
Any guy named Schmuck shouldn't be on the air anyway.
What about Rick Sanchez? What's going on with his...
Have a nice life, pal. You have nothing to say. Let's go to Boynton Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Who are you pulling for in the NHL?
Pull this. Let's go to Margate. Hello.
Simpson, Salabim.
Okay. Hey, this is more like it now, right? We can get about 100 calls in between now and 1:58. Miami.
Hey, Neil, let me get you off my speakerphone. Wait a minute. This is unbelievable that I got...
You're worse than Albert, sir. You're worse than Albert. What do you want? Well, I guess you got us off the speakerphone all right. Good job, pal. Miami, Buenos Dias.
Georgia Engel.
Who?
Georgia Engel.
Who's
Ted
that?
Knight. Ted Knight's wife on the,
Never heard of her.
What was her name? Georgette Engel, I'm sorry.
What about her?
She was on the Hollywood Square.
Never heard of that person. Did you ever hear? Did nobody in the building ever heard of her? We think you're making it up.
Oh, come on.
Never heard of it.
Let's go Mets, let's go Mets, let's go Mets.
Okay, see? Pompano, hello.
Neil, I'd like to bring this into...
Huh. Boy, oh boy, these people are just getting ready for 205, okay? This is the warm-up round. They're just getting ready for the big 205 to 230 segment. An old man on Miami Beach?
Hello?
Yes?
Yep.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Neil,
Yes?
I want to thank you for something.
Yes?
You
This
did
isn't a
something nice for
man.
me many years ago, and I have to thank you for it now.
Well, you better do it fast,
I don't hear. What?
because we're all running out of time, and it sounds like you more so than me.
I'll tell you what happened. Many years ago when you were on another station.
By the way, Stephanie Brownfield's doing the topless 2 o'clock WIOD news. It is going to be shocking.
What's that?
Go ahead. Quickly.
Can I tell you what you did?
I'm listening.
What?
Do it. Say it.
Oh,
You gave a recipe on the air.
Oh,
making
God.
frozen grapes. And I've been doing it ever since. I just have a plate full now. I have to call you and tell you how great it is.
You had a plate full of frozen grapes?
You told me how. You told us how to do it.
Oh, there they go. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Man, whatever that was. Wow. Got to eat those things very slowly. Otherwise, they have this habit of sneaking out real fast when you least expect it. Here's a mobile on the pike.
Hello, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Tony. I'm in the Turnpike.
Yeah,
I just want
Tony.
to tell you,
You're in the turnpike? Okay.
I just want
think
to
we're
tell
all
you,
in the
you're
turnpike.
boring, you're disgusting, and you're a douchebag.
Thank you, Tony. Okay. Let's go to Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to. I think everybody in your sales department needs a good tongue scrape and a shoulder shake.
There you go.
And I want to call Mike Disney a douchebag.
How about a strawberry fudge enema would be good.
And Mike Disney, you're a douchebag.
Okay. Well, I got to tell you, the last 10 or 12 minutes here were certainly the highlight of my young life. Anyway, Rick and Spud, who are getting sick and tired of the programming department messing up this sheet here, okay? They're just not taking any more of this crap, and they're going to straighten it out today. They're laying down some rules of their own, because they're sick and tired of taking a bunch of crap from a pile of know-nothing slimeball suspendered idiots, okay? And I don't blame them. And boy, we'll be the first ones on line, way behind them to wave goodbye. Joe Zagacki and Sonny Hirsch on Sports Talk tonight as we continue to do the post-analyzation of the mock draft as we build up toward this Sunday's gigantic, incredible NFL draft show. It's going to be stupendous. And then Hank Goldberg tonight, who, of course, we've got millions and millions of real interesting people out there for a nighttime show. Lots of doctors and lawyers and nutritionists and all those holistic healers. But Hank, of course, works at Channel 4, so we continue shilling for Channel 4. Tom Randall's Teresa, what's her name tonight? So anyway, I guess Sonny's getting even with me, because I was kidding him the other day about something, about his ugly hair or whatever. And today, he gives me the raspberries. Yeah. No, really, these are beautiful. Man. Where the hell do they get raspberries at this time of the year? Well, like I said, he gets it from all over the world. And the fruit, too. Boy, I love raspberries, don't you? They're great. And also, we got the Subway sandwiches coming in a little while, too. So let's just kind of space ourselves out. And if Laura is interested, look at that banana. Woo! Man, is that a beautiful one or what? I haven't seen anything like that in a couple of days. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Neil. Better raspberries than dingleberries.
Yep.
So, Neil.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, your show has gotten really good recently. I like the way you've really
It's gotten really good lately, like it used to be crap? What the hell does that mean?
I think before the war, you were a little afraid on the air. I didn't think you had your confidence, and now you're just doing your own thing, and you're...
I was afraid of what?
I thought that, you know, I don't know, you didn't seem to project...
You know what I always love is when people like you analyze this program. It just does wonders for me. I was afraid on the air. I was tentative.
I think that maybe like the program director didn't want you to do certain things.
Let me say this to you, sir. The program director has no involvement in this show, okay? Get that straight up front.
I think that's what you want us to think.
No, I know. I'm telling you right now. Let me say it again, sir. The program director has no involvement in this show, thank God. None.
Yeah.
Zero.
But anyway, you know, about a year ago, the show was a little weak. It wasn't as strong. And now that you're doing more, you know, talk and call-ins and not so many cards, the show is a much stronger
Oh, you
show.
don't want to hear so many cards?
No, you don't do it so much.
And now, Language Lab, the show that teaches you a foreign language in less than 60 seconds. Today's lesson, Greek. Lesson 1, strawberry pie.
Strawberry pie.
Lesson 2, apple pie.
Apple pie.
Lesson 3, pumpkin pie.
Punky pie.
Customer, what kind of pie do you have? Answer.
Apple pie, strawberry, and punky.
Language Lab is a public service and may not be copied or authorized for resale. Thank you.
Boy, is this good today. Thank you, Sonny. Extra good. And it's really even better when you don't show up. 11:42. I just love when those people call in and start telling us what to do on the air, okay? We have an open line in the center square, 524, that's ringing now. And guess where the only line on the board, as I look at it right this moment, guess where it is? How many guesses do you need? 8? How about Palm Beach? So you see, Ron Hayes, you're a hell of a guy, and I'm sure that the sisters paid you a lot to write that article up there. And we probably need it. It can't hurt at this point, because we're like a big zero in Palm Beach. Palm Beach line. Hello? Line checker. See? It's probably Fowler. He's sitting in that studio out there in that conference room with a phone, with his little Sony Walkman listening before he goes on the air. Let's see if he's really got any calls in Palm Beach. There probably is nothing more insecure than people in the business, and it's always people in the business. There he is again. Come on, Lee, stay on there for a second. The line-checking line. Hello? See what I mean? There's nothing worse and more insecure than people who call other people's talk shows to see if all the lines are lit. Now, you don't have to do that here, because I tell you, I'm not like some of these BS artists who say, oh, we got 400 lines all filled up, and we just have one open line. If you call right now, if you really rush, that kind of crap, because they're full of baloney. Palm Beach line. Lee, speak to us, Lee. Come on, you can do it. Okay, let's go to a lady in, whoops, the wrong one, Hallandale.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Eleanor from North, whatever you want to call it, I don't even know where I'm at. My boss loves to hear you sing an asshole song. He keeps calling you.
He loves to hear me sing it?
He said you play it on your radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never heard it. He keeps saying there's such a song, and I said that's not true.
Oh, yes, Eleanor. You've never heard this show before?
No, I haven't.
And you're in Hallandale?
Constantly.
Well, I bet you Sonny Rosenberg probably told you not to listen, didn't he?
Who's Sonny Rosenberg? I'm a newcomer to Florida, so you
Oh, well,
down.
listen, you'll get the lay of the land pretty soon, Eleanor.
I will?
You bet.
Are you going to play that song?
Well, I mean, you just called up in desperation. Ordinarily, we don't take requests, but since you're
Would you please? Because he's driving me crazy. He keeps saying it's a wonderful song.
Well,
Learn it.
did he put you up to this call?
Yes.
Oh.
Truthfully, yes. He kept saying that you're true, and I said, no, that's not true.
Did he, do sexual harassment to you to get you to call
How did you know?
Huh?
How did you know?
Yeah, well, you're just hoping,
He's a
aren't you?
deviant.
He's a what?
A deviant?
A deviant.
A sex deviant?
Well, that's what we like on this show.
Do you really?
Yes, ma'am. Well, listen, if you put your instrument down right now and go back to the radio and listen, we got a real great thing for you.
I'm going to do it.
We're going to do it right now, Ellen.
Right now, babies.
We wouldn't do it for anybody else.
Thank you, Neil.
Have a great life.
You too, Don.
Okay, give Sonny Rosenberg a big kiss right on his thing, okay? There's an 2 days in a row, it gets busted. What did he get busted for? Stealing the 86 Topps baseball cards? Some crap like that. So we don't have any 8 is Enough music. That's from the soundtrack by Jeff Stryker, 8 is Enough. So we play a Brady Bunch instead. I'm telling you, that's infectious. Once you start playing this card, you can't stop stealing their cards once you start doing it. Miami.
You know, I think he needs the buttload brooder.
This sounds like somebody we know, isn't it?
No, it's not. No.
Well, didn't he sound just like you know who?
Wait. Hold on
man.
1 second. I only called. I called you one
Sounds
other
like
time.
Woody.
No, this is Randy, the Coca-Cola man in Homestead.
Okay. You sound just like Woody, Randy.
Well, thank you.
No, it's a knock, not a compliment.
No, let me tell you something.
Say up yours.
The reason why I am calling, though.
Wait a minute. Don't get so hyper. I got a half of a beautiful turkey and bacon deluxe sub from Subway in here. If the first person who comes in here and gets it, it's yours in a building.
I'll be there.
No, not you, Randy.
Oh. Hey, listen. I've been working 2 months on this project.
Yeah.
Right? And I've searched every record album and every tape. Okay. And I found the ultimate theme song for your new show.
Yeah.
I swear you're going to get a kick. You're going to love it.
For my new show?
Well, the old show, but new theme.
I see.
And I want you to hear it. I don't know how to get it to you somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And the song, too. What do we got to do to get this to you? Because you're going to love it.
Why don't you probably, put it in an envelope? Is it on a cassette?
It's on cassette.
Wow. Well, why don't you put it in an envelope and, on the front, put the name of the station and my name and the address and put a couple of stamps on it and put it in the mail.
And maybe you'll get it.
Isn't that amazing?
But you got to check it out.
I'll check it out.
Okay, listen.
I'm going to play it.
I'll give you a hint. Okay, it's by a black group.
Yeah.
From the 70s.
Yeah.
A black group called Parliament.
Parliament. I want to testify. The Parliaments.
Well, listen. They're sort of like Kiss.
Is it the Parliaments?
No, it's Parliament.
Oh.
And they dress just like Kiss. Kind of weird, you know?
No, I like the Parliaments, and I Want to Testify. That was one of my all-time favorite records. I wonder if Johnny Dark has got that, or anybody we know. I Want to Testify. I got to have that by the Parliaments. Great record.
But I'm
I bet
serious.
you Mitch Ween has got that.
This is a black group who thinks they're who's trying to be like Kiss.
Yeah.
Back in the mid-'70s.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a black Kiss.
The name of the song is Tear the Roof Off the Sucker.
Yeah.
Well, that's with an S. Can you see that on the radio?
Yes.
Okay, it's called Tear the Roof Off the Mother Sucker.
Yeah.
And you're going to love
How
it.
come the name of it keeps expanding here?
Because that's what it says.
Yeah.
The real title is Tear the Roof
No,
Off
I don't
the
want to
Sucker.
hear. I don't want to hear any more. I mean, you're just
Okay, let me sing
hold
it
a
for
little
you.
back.
Let
No,
me sing it.
don't sing it. Send me the thing. Send it to me. Put it in an envelope.
I'll send you my thing in the envelope.
Okay.
Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not Woody, whatever.
See you, Randy.
Bye.
Wow. Woo! This sandwich today, you notice how when the Subway comes after I've pigged out on the salad, I usually cut just a little piece off? Well, I have to confess that I'm well on the way to finishing half of this, and if somebody else doesn't come in here, and it's going to make me very sick if I eat the whole thing, you know that. There's a half of a Subway sub sitting here waiting to be eaten. Turkey and bacon deluxe. And it is extra good today, too. It is sensational. Speaking of food, which we do just on rare occasion on this show, if you love fresh seafood, but you just can't afford the high baggage that goes along with those prices, Cammy's, the seafood place, just put seafood back in your budget for just about everybody, even Marvin. At Cammy's, you can get a complete fresh seafood dinner, including salad and vegetable, for under $10 any day of the week. Finally, somebody came along and made fresh seafood affordable. If you love oysters, if it does something sensual, just sliding those babies down your throat, every Monday and Tuesday you can get a dozen oysters for $1. If you love lobster, 1 pound Maine lobster dinner, only $7.99 at Cammy's Seafood Place.
That's right. Okay.
Have you ever seen Nick Navarro and Sonny from the Market together, by the way? Exactly the same hair. I think they pass it... No, seriously, I think they pass it back and forth. I don't think... There's no two people in the world can have that hair.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I just noticed it is kind of similar.
It's shocking.
Well, listen, have a good life, Neil.
Okay, well, listen, you're obviously a guy who's interested in body parts, and we'll have Elaine send you a few in the mail, okay?
All right, thank you.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
1218 at WIOD. We have an open line at day. The calls are picking up to a frenzied pace now, aren't they? Just now that I'm starting to slow down after eating all... The raspberries were sensational. Oh, do I love, as in the love boat, raspberries. See, you get started. Am I the only one that does that? I think everybody does that. It's like certain words, you will say them. If you say them enough times, they sound ridiculous. I can't think of one right now, but there's some words, if you keep saying them over and over again, it's like there can't be such a word. It's ridiculous. And it's the same with certain expressions. The love boat. Now I'm going to start saying that all the time because that show, the voice. I mean, the show is bad enough, but the voice. What was his name? Somebody called in yesterday and told you with your mouth just... The food is just pouring out of his mouth. He's got sandwich and salad and stuff just munging out of his mouth in there. George, you're a pig. Gross. 1219 at WIOD. So somebody should, if you call this show between now and 2 and somebody answers the phone, WIOD, like that, sounding like they got a mouthful of whatever Ross Morton has in his mouth, you'll know it's George. Homestead.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to call to tell you that it is a public service you pull with them old bags, pitching them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I really had to say, man.
Well?
Later.
Back at you. 1219. You know, the best call, and it just struck me, was that woman from Alabama. That's the best call we've had in months. She was all right. We're just all over here getting a big kick, out of this. Getting a kick in our pants. There's an open line in the center square. 524-9463. 524-WIOD. Harry Heat is on the phone. Harry? Harry Heat's gone? Well, screw you, Harry. It's boring. We're not interested in NBA basketball, okay? Unless it's maybe the Bulls. We have 2 open lines in Broward, 524-WIOD. We have our first pig report of the morning. I can't believe it.
There is a major pig report here. between Copas and Atlantic. The pigs have got a major speed trap, and I just got caught.
Did you?
And I feel like sharing it with everybody so
I'll
that
bet
they
you
don't
did.
get caught. That the pigs are out there, and they're up to no damn good.
Unbelievable.
I'm telling you.
Bunch of slime balls. Sir.
Yeah, one of them said to me, "No blood for oil! No blood for oil!"
Okay. 20 afternoon at WIOD. We have an open line in Broad. We have to let him get out of the system every day. 524-9463. 524. What was his routine yesterday? I forget what it was, but it was pretty good. 1221 on 610 WIOD, where we bend over backward, and we still have got... I got an apple that's been sitting there for 2 days. It's probably like mung. But I got a half of a beautiful turkey. I'm going to eat it. Don't do it? Hey, let me say this to you, okay? Screw you, I'm eating it. He's sitting in there with food just pouring out of every orifice in his butt. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Do this. Hey, I just saw Marvin walk down the hall. He just came in the building, and it made me wonder. Are you over your head with credit card and hospital bills? Are bill collectors calling you at home and work driving you nuts? Well, did you know you can stop them from calling legally?
You know, retirement just wasn't my style, so I began working nights down here as a janitor in this old office building. Yeah, just to keep busy, I guess, because it pays below minimum wage. But anyway, okay, there's the big cheese now. Red, how you doing tonight? Hey, working kind of late, aren't you?
How you doing? Yeah, having a pretty tough night.
Yeah, well, good night.
Night.
Yeah, you gonna watch the game tonight?
Yeah, I met across the street. Free pizza, beer night over there. I've had a pretty tough day. I thought I'd just watch the game with the fellows over at the bar.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just gonna listen to it on this old radio here. The antenna's kind of shaky. And
They got a big screen color TV over there. It's the best picture I've ever seen. Yeah, big screen color. Great picture.
I heard it is. Well, I'd sure like to be there. Well, you know, I got all my work done. And
oh, really? You're all done?
Yeah, you suppose maybe I could...
Well, I'll tell you what.
Maybe I could...
I got my BMW in the garage. I got a Blapudnik radio in there. I can pick up the...
You can drive me?
Anything. No. Say, well, I'll give you my car keys. Why don't you clean out my car? I got a wicked stain in the back seat. Yeah, I've got some stuff in the trunk and clean it up with. Simonize it. I'll be back in about 2 hours, and maybe I'll bring you a piece of pizza. Okay, Dad? Well, Dad, listen, thanks a lot. Here are my keys, and be careful not to scratch the car, and I'll be back in about 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, I gotta watch.
You're not gonna bring... Well, you ungrateful... Esther said you were a worthless second son of a... Hell, you can't be my son. Nobody's that ungrateful. You breath... I'll take your stained BMW and run that mother right into the damn river, you worth
Nothing gets someone's attention like a good string of profanities.
Pig-faced.
This message brought to you by the National Cursing Foundation. And remember our motto, go yourself.
Okay, 1226 at WIOD. We have a call from prestigious Lake Worth.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir. Hello, Americans.
I used to be a
Paul
chronic.
Yeah.
A chronic nudnik. And you probably remember me. I sort of dropped off a little before the war, but I'm back. I got several questions. Let's see how many you let me get to. First, that it's...
Okay, just a joke. Go ahead. I put you on hold for a second. It was just a little joke.
Gee whiz, I thought my heart stopped.
Yeah.
That Italian restaurant you advertised for with the spaghetti forni. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Can you get that forni catered? Okay, second question. Your car, you call it bluish green? Is that... Go ahead.
Go ahead what?
Is that Jewish green or bluish green? Okay. Third question. I saw the article today, and I think it's a 7.5. Good beat, easy to dance to.
See ya. 1227. You know who he reminds me of in a kind of a different way, but the same boring? Thinks he's a real character. Is that Alta Clocker Sydney that calls Ranieri? And oh man, who did he call the other? He called up. Oh geez, now I remember it. It was one night last week, and I was listening to Hank in the car on the way home from the track, and he calls up and he starts going on about Bill Calder. And I hesitate to say this because maybe Alta Clocker Sydney is listening. I probably should say it because Bill was one of my best friends for years and a great guy and all this. And this guy thought that Bill just thought he was the cat's meow. Bill Calder thought he was the biggest slime ball that ever came down the pike, borrowed money from Bill one time, or from me, one of us, at Calder years and years ago, and then wound up sending a ticket, like to cash, like months later after we embarrassed him on the air. I mean, this guy is just he knows nothing about racing at all. And this is Ranieri's expert on horse racing that calls in all the time, and we'll be calling in soon because the Derby's coming up, and we carry all three, the Derby, the Freakness, and the Belmont Stakes. Which reminds me that Dave Johnson should be calling us pretty soon, right? Derby week, that's May 5th, right? You don't even know who the hell Dave Johnson is. Well, what the hell do you know, George, besides just shoveling a bunch of food down your big, stupid, getting fatter by the minute face? There's more to life than just eating, George. Damn it. Boy, that is good today, though. Man. I usually exert a little bit of willpower or something in here. But not with this Subway today. It's the best.
Round the far turn, Limerick Lowdown still in front filing. Blazing Hoppers the outside second. Uptown Collins looks for Racing Maloney inside third. Moonrock swings the far outside fourth. Take him towards the top of the stretch. Limerick Lowdown has the lead. Uptown Collins shakes loose on the outside second. Moonrock third. Through the stretch, Limerick Lowdown on the inside. With Uptown Collins down the center track to get the lead. Uptown Collins in front.
Bullet Bob Meyer. There he is. Doing it. Who says we talk about horse racing on this show? I want to get everybody in the mood for Clocker Sidney's calls. Miami, hello.
God help the Yankees.
Now that I've met that guy, it's like it's added a whole different... He's more sickening than ever. What a strange guy. Let's go, Miami. Hello. Okay, nice talking to you, too. 2 in a row. Miami, hello.
Yeah, how you doing? I want to give you a major juice bag report.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that dude Randy from Homestead. Anybody that spent 2 months of his life figuring out a theme song ain't got much to do.
Exactly, and can't even figure out how to get it in the mail to get it here.
And I'll tell you what, throw in that other guy with them wisecracks too, whoever he was.
Yeah. Where was that from? That was from Homestead. You're not fooling me, sir. What a bunch of yahoos down in Homestead, huh? Boy. I guess they're just trying to fulfill the legacy. Here's a mobile in Miami on their dime.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to be up in Chicago in a couple weeks. I was wondering if you had the Cubbies home schedule handy.
Gee, the one day I don't bring my little satchel in, which is out in the car, I don't have it.
Satchel Page?
Mm-hmm. He's in the trunk.
I've never been up there. What is it? Ballpark right in the middle of the city, or I'm staying downtown. How far away am I?
By cab, 20 minutes.
By cab, 20 minutes. I can't take like a train over there?
From downtown?
Yeah. Like that loop thing? Does that go around there?
I really don't know. Somebody from Chicago. I've never taken that. What's the matter? You can't take the cab? Taking a cab is a snap.
I guess they have cabs up there.
There are cabs all over. No problem. There are cabs all over the place. Where are you staying? What hotel?
At the Marriott.
Well, of course. Just get a cab out there. They got a cab stand in front of all the hotels. Get a cab. It'll take you 15, 20 minutes.
Where'd you stay when you're up there?
We stayed at the the Ritz-Carlton.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh, that's one of the most beautiful hotels I've ever stayed in. That's fabulous.
You ever been to the Ritz-Carlton in Atlanta?
No.
You gotta go there once.
Yeah, I heard that's great. But the one in Chicago, I'm telling you, is sensational.
Yeah.
But anyway...
Any good restaurants up there?
Every restaurant is good. You will not get a bad meal in Chicago. You can go to Scuzzi's, that great Italian restaurant. You can go to, if you like pizza, Gino's East, Gino's West.
Right.
There's a great restaurant right down by the Lakeshore Drive there. It's called The Palms.
The Palms.
Mm-hmm. The Palm. As in of your hand. Tremendous.
I won't touch that one.
No, I'm telling you, it's tremendous. There are no bad meals.
Jotting these down.
Even the food in Chicago, at the ballpark is great. There's a great steakhouse across the street from the Ritz-Carlton, the name of which I can't think of. We'll have a whole bunch of people call in and make suggestions for you, okay? That'll kill a couple of minutes.
Terrific. And one final, have you been to that place Hank was talking about last night, the car wash?
You're way behind the times, sir. We already had our reports today. It is busted, if we can say that.
It is?
Sheriff Nick went in there and busted out all over.
Oh, because he didn't know what it was all about, and I just heard about it last night.
Hank was in there?
He was talking about it. I don't think he was in there spanking the monkey.
Too late, Hank. Too late now, baby.
Hank was dying to spank the monkey in there.
I believe it. Well, when we get him back from GTR, we'll let you know how he's feeling. Have a great day, sir.
See you, douchebag.
Spank this. 1233 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade, 9463. And speaking of Subway, now see, that's bad. That is really bad. I should have eaten my little end of that. And these people, when you know the interesting thing about this building? When you want them to come in and eat, they don't do it. When you got stuff, and I mean good stuff, sitting here like tons of it, and you go on the air and you say, boy, this stuff is going to go to waste, it's going to rot, it's going to get all kinds of mung on it, and they just don't come in. If, on the other hand, you have a small amount coming, remember that day we had just for us? Whatever it was. And all of a sudden the door, what was it?
Chinese.
Oh, yeah, the day that I bought the Chinese from, delivered up here, Evan. And, man, it was for Cheryl and George and me and whatever was left over, depending on how much it was brought. And he hasn't even put the last box down on the table here, and the door opens and all the schnorr is led by, I used to have a big nosy Lanette tour come barging in here. Like it was Morrison's on a bad day. So as a result, you've done me a grotesque disservice here in the building. My head is swimming because my blood sugar is about 700 now. I shouldn't have eaten all that. Bad, but it was delicious. And of course, don't forget to check out that delicious 6-inch cold cut combo at Subway, now just $1.69. $1.69 for some of the juiciest, most delectable 6 inches you've ever had in your life. And the thing about Subway is everything is fresh. They give you a ton of food for a little teeny bit of money. And they bake their own bread daily throughout the day, so it's always as fresh as can be, your choice of white or whole wheat. And whatever you like, they'll make a sub for you, whether it's tuna, turkey, the Subway Club, the VMT, which is loaded with all kinds of great cold cuts, seafood and crab, the steak and cheese, roast beef, meatball, spicy Italian, ham and cheese cold cut combo, or what we had today. It was great. Did you have a whole one? You sure did, and then some. Just shoveling it down. The turkey breast topped with slices of bacon, it was sensational. And don't forget, if you're having like a special get-together, or if Nilda's coming over to visit, get one of those big 6-foot party subs that feeds about 20 to 25 people. Or if Cheryl's coming by, get one of the 3-foot party subs that feeds about 10 to 12. At the Subway nearby you, and don't forget, they're growing like Topsy. They're everywhere. There are over 120 locations throughout Dade and Broward. Tell them that fat, getting fatter by the second, Neil and George sent you by to Subway.
Oh, the white folks hate the black folks, and the black folks hate the white folks. To hate all but the right folks is an old established rule, but during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, Lena Horne and Sheriff Clark are dancing cheek to cheek. It's fun to eulogize the people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. Oh, the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate all of your folks. It's American as apple pie. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Ricans 'cause it's very chic. Step up and shake the hand of someone you can't stand. You can tolerate him if you try. Oh, the Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and the Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, it's national everyone smile at one anotherhood week. Be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Be grateful that it doesn't last all year.
Well, I'm leafing through this tremendous book that was sent to me this morning. Again, I want to thank whoever mailed this to me. Fantastic, called The Fart Book. And I'm reading through, learning a lot. The French fart, said to be the most beautiful of farts, usually in a minor key. Soft and musical with many halftones. Any long, drawn-out fart that seems beautiful to you is most likely a French fart. Very rare. Now we come to the German fart. If you hear a fart that makes you think of a dog, it is probably the German fart. It has either a deep growling or low barking noise, or both. It comes from deep inside and never seems to get all the way out.
Still, it can be loud and frightening to small children. The odor varies, but not much, as it is one of the rank ones every time. Wow. So anyway, if you want to... Who wrote this thing? It's by Ivory Tower Publishing Company, and it's by a couple of real connoisseurs. Donald Wetzel, illustrated by Martin Riskin. The illustrations are great. You got to be on TV to see this. There's the inspirational fart, the junk fart from eating junk food, the lisp fart, the loose board fart, etc. Tremendous reading. And you know where would be a good place to read that, too, don't you? Anyway, I'm looking in my box. I'm getting the mail this morning, and stuck in my box, I hesitate to go into this on the air because people tend to be very overly sensitive. Here is a picture of Manny, our board op. Now, why Manny has selected to put this picture in my box, I have no idea. But over the last... See, Manny used to be like a groupie, Manny from Kendall. Then all of a sudden, he became a board op here at WIOD, just out of nowhere, I guess because he knew Dave Graveline. And now he's like transcended beyond that, as most of these people do. He's become like a celebrity in his own mind and recorded the thing with Rick Sanchez and all of that. And he's a great guy, okay? However, for all this period of time since he's been calling the show, for some reason, Manny has deluded himself into believing that I desperately want his body, okay? Now, Manny, I must say to you, nice guy, but on a scale of 42, Manny, just forget it. 1242. And in addition to which, he's got a very attractive, it is rumored, girlfriend, fiancée, whatever she is. Have you met her? Very, very hot, right? What she's doing with him, I have no idea. That's what George said. And what George's wife is doing with him, we all wonder, too. Probably something pretty interesting. Fort Lauderdale, hello.
Hello there.
Yes, sir.
That vet you're driving?
Yeah. Pretty unsafe.
Yeah, it is pretty unsafe.
Dangerous thing. Yeah.
Because it's made out of fiberglass.
Man, I know.
And if you get hit, that thing's going to crumble like a cookie, man.
I know, it's great. Well, that's what's great. Just crumbles around you. You can't get hit by anything. It's fantastic. No metal come, jabbing back into your body.
Well.
Just crumbles.
Well, maybe the metal from the other car that strikes you.
That's possible.
So I tend to agree with that.
What do you drive? Some little piece of crap, sir? Is that it?
I drive a Mustang.
A Mustang? Woo! That's not bad.
No? Thanks.
I like that Mustang convertible.
Those are nice.
But I am bothered by these punk kids that, get up next to me at the stoplight and think they're going to race. I mean, who are they kidding?
Why?
They're dreaming. Leave them in the dust, sir. Leave them in the dust.
You're not serious.
Okay, whatever you say. Dream on, baby.
Come on.
Okay.
Yours is a manual, right?
No, sir. It's automatic, which is the faster vet.
No.
Yes, sir.
You think so?
I don't think so. I know so. I mean, if you read the thing, those highfalutin rodent track things, it is. It's been tested. The automatic, the last 3 years, is faster than the stick.
What about the ZR1?
Well, I mean, what about the ZR1?
Those are the pussy, but the fastest.
That's correct.
Out there these
That's
days.
right.
So you should step up to one of those.
Okay.
And get killed quicker.
There you go.
How about it?
Okay.
Take care.
We'll work on it. 1243 at WIOD. I'm surprised we haven't more comments about that by angry vet owners. But like I said weeks ago when Rick Riley was giving us his pseudo-intellectual Porsche crap, as in the Merchant of Venice, Corvette owners, we don't, we don't have to be reinforced, so to speak. Maybe the body needs to be reinforced. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, the story, the wire service story, this is by an insurance industry research group. They said the Corvette is the deadliest automobile on the highway from their statistical research, which they can take and sit on somewhere. And the Volvo 240 station wagon is the safest. I got news for you. My Porsche 928 is the safest car in Plantation Acres. You want to know why? Because it never leaves the the driveway. In fact, it's even covered now. I finally covered it after it turned like kind of a burnt orange color, after it sat out there long enough and the paint turned. Now, if a car's got a good paint job, it should be able to sit out there for months and not have the paint turn to orange, right? All these people say, oh, you should put it in the garage, you should do it. Screw that. So now I have the only orange 928 in Plantation Acres. Anybody want to buy it? Cheap? Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, my name's Fred. I wanted to call and tell Neil about a good restaurant up in Broward.
What is this, like a plug for your place, Fred?
No. I just eat there all the time, and I know he's a connoisseur of food. The name of the place is Chez Porky's. Got like Cajun food and...
Chez Porky's?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where they filmed that movie, huh?
Yeah, right. But it's in North Broward. I'd like to bring him by some wings sometime. The owner of the business.
Yeah. How do you know that?
Right?
You're like a friend of the owner and he put you up to making this call?
What's that?
You're like a friend of the owner and he put you up to making this call about...
No. I'm just a patron there.
Yeah, a patriot?
It's a good restaurant.
Yeah.
I know that Neil likes good food, and
He sure does. So what did you want to do?
well, how can we bring you some wings, Neil?
Can't do it. 1246 at WIOD. Look at this. There's Christmas list on Saturday in the 11th race on the far outside. You know, that Kent Williams, I am getting so sick and tired of looking at that porcupine hair and those stiff horses that he touted Fat Rich on, although it wasn't his fault, it was Fat Rich's fault. I'm going to stick by that. Absolutely nobody to blame but Fat Rich. He just begs to be touted on crap up there. And so help me, if he does two things tonight, I'm going to be really upset. It's about time we reform that fat friend of ours, okay? Number one, he don't need to eat. Now, I'm definitely not eating after what I ate here today. I admit I just went nuts. I had the salad and a whole sub sandwich, which I haven't been doing. And I desperately have to lose that 85,000 pounds. But I go up there at night, and when I go to Pompano, what I have is a bowl of soup, diet soda, and once in a while, I usually have like a thing of sherbet for my, and that's it, no meal. That's it. He sits there and has a whole meal, like 99 times out of 100. 99 times out of 100. Shrimp cocktail, bowl of soup, and of course always the French onion soup with the thick globs of cheese, just fattening as hell, right to your gallbladder. And then like a steak or chicken parmesan, and the fruit cup, and thinks he's cute. Oh, I'll just have the fruit cup for dessert. After he's had like a 70,000 calorie dinner. No eating tonight. Feed your fat face at home. Have yourself a little bowl of soup and that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Stop pigging out. And no touting. Oh, Kelly said this and this. I don't care what anybody's. I don't want to know it. I don't want to see Harvey Ross. I don't want to see Spencer Ross. I want to lose based on my own stupidity, not somebody else's. How's that? Anyway. Well, that spot's coming up right now, as a matter of fact. How do you like that for timing? Great job, Porcupine. Christmas list in the 8-hole on Saturday in the 11th race.
Carol Burnett out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's a neat guy, and he does all of these stuff. He made $1 million.
His voice makes me nauseous, and that show is just to die from. I'm telling you, the Love Boat.
That's the only one that he used that voice on.
Oh.
And it was a joke to him too. I grew up with that guy.
And then now isn't he the guy that did the ABC stuff at
everything?
Yeah.
Still does a lot of it.
Monday night he did like that Miami Vice crap.
Yep.
In fact, no, he started it on ABC, and then NBC got a guy who sounded just like him.
Yeah, he got to be the voice of the copy.
Right.
Good old Ernie Anderson used to hang out, do a lot of crazy things local in Cleveland.
Used to hang out, huh?
Yeah, that's it. And that's what I wanted to tell you. Can I do one thing?
Sure.
First time caller, I got to do this. I know Tony is listening.
Yeah.
He's a major Chicago deep dish douchebag. Okay.
Deep dish douchebag. I like that. That's Chicago. Excellent job.
You got it.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. That's it. See, like here we just got plain boring old regular douchebags, but in Chicago they got the deep dish douchebag. Now, if you listen to the voice, 5 on the Love Boat, and then Channel 10 also got a guy who's doing the local stuff like that. Gross, horrendous. It's just a sad commentary on the stupidity of the masses. We have an open line in the center square, 524 Ava Gore. Ava, by the way, says it's all a bunch of crap. She and Murph have been engaged for 20 years now. It's all a bunch of baloney. You know, how come that story is being so well suppressed? Have you noticed that? It made one little blurb there, and boy, they have got that story back deep in the closet. There's not going to be anybody on this line. Hollywood.
Yes, Neil.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Air Force recruiter here in Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
And I got a couple of things. Number one that I'd like to mention, the United States Air Force is going to be playing the Miami Dolphins for a organization called Kids Crusaders. Now, I got a phone call from Kids Crusaders this morning, And they got a serious problem that I was hoping some of your listeners might be able to help them out with.
Okay.
They are in serious need of a couple of bunk beds for some of the kids that are in foster care and what have you, and I thought one of the best ways to get this message out would be put it on your show.
Well, there's a lot of bunk on this show, so this could be the right place.
That's true.
Okay, now where do they call?
Okay, they could call Kids Crusaders. The number is 746-2845.
Right.
That's in Fort Lauderdale, and they could talk to either Maria or Madeline. They're needing these real soon, so hopefully somebody out there can help them out.
Okay, we'll do our best.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Anytime.
Bye-bye.
Okay, 746-2845. Get your bunk bed and get it over there, okay? Out of the attic or the closet or wherever it is. We have an open line in Broward, 524-BUNK, and let's go to Pompano.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that guy called about Shea Porky's. I used to work there by chance for about 5 years.
Yeah?
And he's right, the food is great. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Hmm.
So, just check it out. You know what, Neil? Your show sucks.
Yeah.
So I tell you.
Can I say something to you, sir?
No, bye.
Suck this. 1257 at WIOD. Well, that's good. Shea Porky's, huh? They're getting some good play in here today. Is there really such a place? We have an open line in Broward, 524. Here's a lady mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hi, how many mobiles do you have?
How many mobile what?
How many mobile lines? Because I was holding on when you took the other mobile. I thought you only had one.
Well, no,
line.
we only have one for free, but the other guy was paying in his dime, which is why we put him on first. Now, what you're doing on our dime, that's another story.
Oh, fine. I don't mind waiting.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, how you doing?
Okay. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Well, that's great.
Good. Listen, I wanted to ask you a small favor. Has
Yeah.
nothing to do with playing a card. I'm only
It's not about Shea Porky's, is it?
No.
Good, because
I'm
they
only
seem to
able
have
Go ahead.
epidemic. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm only able to call the show once in a while, so I call on my way to work and on my way home, and I really don't have any other time. I happened to catch Rick and Suds yesterday, and I offered them my services. The Thursday, I was supposed to call back before the show ended to see if they chose me, and I wasn't able to do it.
Chose you for what?
To do one of their Thursday happenings.
Oh, one of their idiot on the corner.
Yeah, one of those. Well, you know, it pays money, so I don't mind doing what I do best on the corner and
Really?
getting paid for, right?
Yeah, you sound like you're experienced.
Well, I'm a great potter.
A great what?
Potter. I want to throw pots. You know, on a potter's wheel, like in Ghost.
Whatever you say.
I was wondering if you had heard anything and if they chose me, because if so, I'll call them back.
Oh, there's Manny and his big ass in there in the control room now. I have no idea, but I'm sure that they'll be glad to tell you.
All right, maybe somebody can call in the next 15 minutes and let me know.
I guarantee you, this audience is right on top of it.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Market's up 19 points, and George is obsessed with Manny's big, shapely head. That wasn't so good either, was it? We have an open line on the Star Line, Star IOD, and that's it for this hour. Can't believe it. Boy, time just flies when you're having great calls like this. We got, who's doing the news? Chucky Meyer is standing by with the news, whose Pirates are going to kick the Mets all over the field tonight at, where are they playing? In Pittsburgh, I'm sure of that. And we got the Cubs and the Phillies in Wrigley Field this afternoon. Boy, I got to race out of here. I hate to leave real quick, but at 1:59, man, it's out that door. So if anybody's got any in the sales department, anybody got any meetings, save it. And Rick and Suds this afternoon. Now, I haven't promoted what it says. In search of an idiot on the corner for Thursday. And listen for a chance to win tickets to the Foreman Holyfield fight at Penrod's on South Beach. Evander Holyfield. Sounds like somebody who used to play for the Pirates with Hannes Wagner. Evander Holyfield. Joe Zagacki and Jim Mandich with Steve Spurrier and Joe Mendes. More of that draft crap. Hank Goldberg, 8 to 11 tonight.
On the studio?
Yeah, around the studio. Yeah, you're almost as good as the last guy with that old Chinese joke.
Well,
listen, it's been nice talking to you. Have a great life.
Adios.
Bye. I told you they'd be quick today. 12 minutes past 11, but they've been good. These people, actually, most of them, they're not brain surgeons. They're not too bright, but they're under the age of 100, which is all we care about, okay? So just remember, you don't have to be intelligent to call this show, and if you ever listened before, we probably don't have to tell you that. Okay, it's 11:15 at WIOD, and our friends from the Pizza Loft are here with just a little lunch, okay? If Linda is listening in Nutrisystem, I don't want you to panic, dear, because everything is under control. We've only got about 78 pounds of Italian food here. Now, what is that? Is that the lasagna?
No, that's the mushrooms.
Baked
baked mushrooms with cheese and sauce. That looks incredible.
Doesn't it?
And this is diet, right? And we got a whole wheat, just a little tiny whole wheat pizza, which I'll have one slice.
Yeah.
And that's it. That'll be... What?
Yes, I was agreeing with you.
Sure you
Wasn't
were.
I?
Sarcastically.
Oh, me? Sarcastic? Come on.
Thank you very much. This made my whole week. Trust me. Thanks a million. Pizza Loft in Miami, and I'm telling you, they have got some of the most incredible Italian food that you will ever dig into. And I'm sure that Nick probably wants a little bit of this too, right?
They gave him something.
Oh, you got something?
Yeah.
Look at that. Boy, oh boy. What about Roger? Want a little something? We got some lasagna here. Oh, you got... Look at that. They brought in food for all the impotent people. How do you like that? 11:16. Let me just taste this.
Yeah, I never had mushrooms.
Oh, my God.
Just like this.
Oh. This is... No, I'm serious. I don't dare...